Greetings adventurers and welcome to the channel. Today we have the stretch goals, props and neutral units. Now this is a very exciting box because it contains lots of miniatures, lots of models, plastic, and this channel is all about miniatures as you already know. So yep, very excited to open this one, so less talking, more unboxing. I will first show you how the box looks inside and then we are going to take a look at the miniatures one by one. So like I said, here we have only plastic. No rule books, no paper, nothing of that sort. It's a nice little change, you know. So okay, first of all we start with this little section. As you can see here we have different tokens, should I say, for resources, for various things that we find on the map. Morale, crystal tokens, time counter, I'm guessing the grail, I guess, or maybe when we find it, and all that. So this is really nice stuff. Next, as you can see, we have lots of these coins. This is epic. This is great. Look at that. All of these coins so that we can have nice immersive gameplay, everything to enrich our gaming experience. This is great. I love this. Okay, so next we have this beautiful stuff. Let me remove this plastic cover. This is gorgeous because we have plastic models for the towns, some extra neutral units, as you see. Now you see them like this, but like I said, I'm going to show you one by one each and every model here, so stand by, we go next to that section. First, I think it is just appropriate that we start with the towns from the basic game. So on the screen, as you can see here in the front, we have the castle. Next is coming the necropolis, and after the necropolis we have the dungeon. They are color coded. I really like that because the models for the units and the heroes are also color coded, though I am going to paint them anyway in the colors that they are from the video game. Awesome Scouts, this is exactly how these towns look in the video game. Now they come in hexagonal bases so they can fit on the map tiles because we place them where our towns are, and that's how we play. These little things really give extra feel, special feel when you play. When you have 3D models, it's just beautiful, much more immersive into what this game is supposed to be. Off we go now to the next ones. Now for this part of the video I've decided to add 4 models. Now you see the other 3 towns, so Rampart, Tower and Fortress. The Rampart is the light green, Tower is obviously the white, and Fortress is the dark green model, and the yellow one is the Dragon Utopia. Now that is not a playable town in a sense where you recruit your hero and your units, where you gather resources, but it is a very important building on the map that you can use for a special reason. Really, once again, like before, this is exactly how these structures look in the video game. Well done, Archon-Studio, really great stuff. Now we are done with the structures, let's go with the neutral units. Now first let's start with a rather small creature, but like I said when I was showing the dwarves, these are also small in stature but great in heart and great in bravery. We have the Halflings. inspired of course by Tolkien's hobbits. Now they are scary in great numbers because they are a range unit that never misses. Once they shoot with their sling, they are absolutely hitting their target with the stones. Really fun to look at, beautiful animations they have in the video game, and the sculpture in front of you also looks great. Really depicts what they do the best, using their slings to strike at their enemies. Now on the screen you see two creatures. Why I've decided to go with two creatures? Because they are similar in sort way. So these creatures are both golems, but the creature on the left is a gold golem and the one on the right is a diamond golem. Really powerful units, really strong, durable, and they hit hard. The sculpt, once again, perfectly made, resembles exactly how they look in the video game. Very well. Next on the screen we see the Peasant. What is there to say? Pitchforks and torches. Yeah, they are also a neutral unit in this game and also in the video game. They come in great numbers, not too strong really, but sometimes they can be a nuisance. Bothersome, and you have to deal with them. Still, maybe, once again I say the weakest unit, but not least important in the game. These are the peasants, humans. Now here is a sculpt that I really like, really love how this unit is made, and on the screen you see the model for the rogues. These sneaky little assassins go around the field very fast, strike hard, and well, I would like to say they fade in the shadow, but well, not in this game exactly. Still really well done. They look exactly, once again, like they are in the video game. Pretty strong unit, especially if they come in great numbers. Now what you see on the screen is the best ranged unit in the game. These are the Sharpshooters, and they can be recruited by only one hero in the game, and that is Gelu from Rampart, and they are his specialty. So in the video game, Gelu can take any archer, both elves, humans, you name it, and he can upgrade them as a special upgrade into Sharpshooters. And when they are led by him, they are absolute menace. When you see him leading this unit, it's almost over because their strike is strong. They are range unit, as I said, striking from behind their own lines, never missing their target. Really beautifully depicted in this sculpt. Absolutely loving this unit, and I absolutely love the sculpt. Like I said before, I'm a person who likes elves, but I also like humans, so the Sharpshooter are this perfect blend when it comes to that, especially because Gelu, their leader, is half human, half elf, or should I better say half human, half Vori elf. That is important for the story, of course. Once again, the Sharpshooters, the best range unit in the game. Here we have another small creature. This might be small, but it's very dangerous. This is the fairy dragon. Absolute menace when these creatures appear in the video game, and I'm sure it's the same here in the board game. Beautiful sculpt, but really annoying. I remember from the video game when I was playing, I was going to see fairy dragons on the field. I was like, oh no, those again. Now, we have in this box 3 more dragons, but they will come a little bit later. For now, the fairy dragons. Now this creature, I believe, needs no introduction, especially when I say the name. Now, this is a creature very well known from the Nordic mythology. In front of you, you see the troll. The trolls in Heroes of Might and Magic are neutral creatures. You can't recruit them from any town. but they are durable, they are strong. Little bit of trivia now, in Might and Magic 8, the video game, trolls are a playable race, so you can create a troll as your character and they play a pivotal role, or should I say one of the pivotal roles in the story. But in Heroes of Might and Magic 3 they are just a neutral unit that appears on the map and you can recruit them, I think, from their specific layer if you find it. Should I say that the model looks exactly like in the video game? I'll say, yeah, the model looks exactly like in the video game, and that's what I love about this board game and the models. Off we go to the next creature. Another well-known creature when it comes to fantasy in general. In front of you, you see the mummy, the risen pharaohs, rulers of the desert kingdoms. Very scary unit, I have to say. In the game they might move slow, but they hit hard. Beautiful sculpt, greatly depicts what this creature is. Now here we have a very interesting one. In front of you, you see the Enchanter. These spellcasters, these wizards are absolute support, magical support when it comes to the army that you're leading. Very powerful, very strong, especially when they are on your side, when they fight and support your units. The sculpt for this is phenomenal. I absolutely love it. I love the fact that they've managed to sculpt the little magic effect that he has on his hands when he's casting his enchantments. Great job on this one, Archon-Studio, absolutely love it. Now we are starting with the bigger models from the box, and for the first we have the boars, or should I say boar riders, because as you can see on this mighty beast, the rider is actually a goblin. They are really fun, they are also interestingly animated in the video game, but the sculpt here, oh, look at that. The fur of the boar, so well done. You can see the texture is perfect and the pose is great, like the boar is charging, it's unstoppable force, and the goblin on its back is swinging the mace, hitting hard their enemies. Really fun creature, interesting. I'm glad they've included it and it will be really fun to paint it. Next we have another cavalry unit, and on the screen you see the model that should represent the nomads. These wandering warriors, just look at the sculpt, depicts them so good, like they are charging through the sand, ready to strike their enemies. They strike hard and fast. Scary unit. Really glad to have them in your army because they really are that much good. The sculpt, like I said, is wonderful. But when it comes to wonderful sculpts, the next three models that I'm going to show you, oh boy, here we go with the dragons. So first we have, if I am correct, and I think I am, the only wingless dragon in the game, and that is the crystal dragon. You can really see the crystal texture perfectly depicted on the sculpt. I love the pose. It looks like a raptor ready to strike at their enemies. These are absolutely devastating creatures. Always you want to have them in your army if you get a chance for them to join you. If not, well, you're going to have a hard time dealing with them. Awesome sculpt. You can go wrong with dragons, like fantasy and dragons. That's the awesome stuff. Dragons, hey? They are awesome. And on the screen you see the rust dragon. So this creature was first introduced in the Armageddon's Blade expansion for Heroes of Might and Magic 3, so they are not featured in Restoration of Eratia. But look at that, look at the sculpt, look at the wings, and honestly, I think this is how they look on their dwelling, where you can find them. think from where you can recruit them on the video game, but such a good sculpt. Like the dragon is looking down on the unfortunate travelers who by any chance trespass on the dragon's territory. Absolute terror to have against them, to play against them, and absolutely great to have them in your army. Off we go to our last but not least dragon. Once again we have a majestic pose of an awesome creature. On the screen we see the Azure Dragon. One of the best, if not the best dragon in the entire game. Powerful, strong, flying unit, absolutely amazing. Always love to have them in my army whenever I manage to grab them, to recruit them. Because they are a neutral unit and you need to work hard to have them in your army. Otherwise they go against you and then there will be very sad noises from your troops. Amazing sculpt, amazing unit, well done. And we come to the end of this video. As always, I want to say special thanks to the great composer Paul Anthony Romero, who composed the music of the original soundtrack for Heroes of Might and Magic 3, the video game, and he allowed me to use music from that soundtrack for this video and from the previous videos. Thank you very much for that, good sir. And if you like what I'm doing here on the channel, please subscribe, leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you think about these sculpts, which of the neutral units is your favorite and why is it the Azure Dragon. Until next time, happy adventures, happy gaming, and see you soon!